So, outside of this very first time, the way that we're going to proceed through the game is you're going to roll a D10 and a D6.
Okay.
So you just need one of each. So you'd, just for example, you'd roll those together and you subtract the D6 from the D10.
Okay.
And that's how far we would progress through the chapters in this book.
Okay.
And then we take those prompts. Sometimes we might go backwards. If we ever go back to a prompt that we've been to before, there are updated versions of it that are significantly more horrific.
Interesting. Okay.
But the very first one that we're going to begin on, we will jump down to entry number 1. In your blood hunger, you destroy someone close to you. Kill a mortal character. Create mortal if none are available. And you take the skill Bloodthirsty. So, you have to kill one of the mortal characters you know.
You know who it's going to be.
And Bloodthirsty. And so we are going to make a new memory. So, who do you kill? What's going to happen?
Well, I think it's going to be... I think it's going to have to... Right, okay, so... I wonder how long it would take for me to have that moment, you know, where I'm not feeling right. My vision's gone weird, right? Slowly, like, the colour has drained out my vision. And it's, like, shaking, you know, and I'm like, things are going wrong. And I start, like, hearing a heartbeat really loud in the chest of, like, my friend. And I look at my lovely dog Jambon, and I can see, like, the blood coursing through his veins.
Oh, no.
And I can look around me at my fellow soldiers and see that the steak they're cooking is like, as soon as they cook it, it gets less and less delicious.
Oh.
I want to eat it raw, you know? They captured like a rat, and I'm like, but it doesn't satisfy me.
So.
And I'm slowly going more and more unstable.
So who you killing?
But I think they send me home, you know, after the campaign.
Oh, no.
They send me back. Because the war's won.
I'm waiting for you on the fishing boat.
Is Agnes welcoming me to the village. And we go back to her peasant hut in the fields. And I'm sick. You know, she's tending to me.
Okay.
I'm like pale, sweating. And she like takes off my bandages and looks at my like hole where my heart is. And before she can react.
Bam. Okay. Okay, right. So. Right, we have to put
my love.
This into one of your memory slots. So, just as another mechanic of this game, you have 5 memories.
Okay.
Each one is allowed to contain 3 different like experiences. Every time we do one of these things, that is an experience. And so some of them will make sense that they should go into certain places.
Yeah.
So this is probably going to go into the Agnes kind of memory area.
Yeah.
Maybe. That. And I'm just going to paraphrase sort of what you said. Like, returning from the war.
Yeah. Confused. Changed. Sick. Something's wrong.
Confused. And sick. I'm going to put brutally kill Agnes.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
In a little peasant hut. In beautiful rural France.
Yeah, we'll remember.
Sunny day.
We'll remember those details.
Lovely summer.
So now I need you to roll your dice. Also, just for the sake of keeping people close together, I'm going to say that Guillaume and Jambon, they also came back.
Oh yeah. But he was seeing his love sweetheart
from a different village,
and so was Jambon.
Wow, Jambon.
Well, he does his own thing.
He's got a dog friend somewhere.
Yeah. Well, we've been away. We've been at war. You know, gosh.
So you're in Le Moutarde Verde.
Covered in blood.
Covered in blood. Yeah, great. Okay, roll me again.
I rolled a 2 on the D10, but 5 on the D6.
Okay, so we can't go back any further. So, right, you are overcome by panic and maul someone close to you, accidentally turning them into a monster like yourself. convert a beloved mortal character into an enemy immortal, and take the skill Ashamed.
Oh my god. Do you know who it's going to be?
It's either like an immortal dog.
That's my enemy.
Okay.
No, it's got to be my friend. He comes in to check on me with his sweetheart, and I panic, attack him, kill his sweetheart.
Oh my god.
And then he manages to escape. And that's why he's my enemy.
But he's now immortal as well.
Yes. Well, because I obviously injured him, but that changed him. I didn't know what I was doing.
Stab his heart out. Okay, would you like this to go in the Guillaume section or in the Agnes section?
In the Guillaume section, yeah. We create him as an enemy.
Guillaume walks in on me after murder.
Yeah. All this happens all very sudden.
I
Drama.
kill his
Sweetheart. Lucille.
heart. Lucille and wound
Lucille
him.
de
He
Robochon.
escapes. Changed.
Changed. He does change.
Okay, right. So he's now
Ooh.
and he is not best friend.
Worst
He is
enemy.
Enemy. Also pikeman.
Ex-BFF.
Ex-BFF. Ex-BFF.
For life. Immortally.
For more than life.
For immortality.
No, it wouldn't be for life. Best friend forever. Or
Friendship ended with Guillaume.
friendship ended with Guillaume.
Ex-BFF forever.
Great. Roll some dice again.
I got a 1. I got a 5 minus 4, which is 1.
Okay.
So do we add 1?
Yeah, so now we go from 1 to 2. Horrified at your new nature, you withdraw from society. Where do you hide? How do you feed? Create a stationary resource which shelters you.
Well,
So you're on the run.
No, I'm not on the run.
You're not on the run.
I still have technically my military license, so I flee to England.
You flee to England.
And because I'm still technically part of the militia.
Okay.
So
And what is your stationary resource in England? Like a little farmstead?
yeah, I think it's like a piece of land. Everyone is granted a piece of land.
Nice. Okay.
Everyone who served.
Where in England do you get your piece of land?
Cornwall.
And what do you have? Is it a little farm or something?
Windmill.
A windmill? Do they have windmills at that stage?
It's a prototype. A watermill. No, watermill. That makes sense because I'm skilled with the water. A watermill
in Cornwall
on the coast with a little wooden bit of decking.
Okay, right. We don't need all
for the dogs.
Okay, so where would you like this to go? Do you want this to go into its new category or which set of memories?
It's on a hill.
That's great. That's good.
And I begin to carve stone from the rocks to build myself a house.
How do you hunt? How do you feed?
How do I feed?
Yeah.
There's a series of local villages, very very peasant villages, and children sometimes play in the forest, even though they've been told not to.
Okay, so you're like the boogeyman.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I occasionally eat someone who's like an old man who's walking his dog, or I don't know, like someone on the run, someone hiding out. There's a lot of people who are hiding out.
Okay, no, I love this. This is great. Okay, so you flee to England. You live in a windmill, and you eat people in the forest.
Yeah.
Perfect. Roll me those dice again.
They're looking for mushrooms.
They're looking for mushrooms.
Which, of course, I know where they are.
You know all about mushrooms.
2!
2.
6 minus 4 is 2.
Okay. You're exposed, and you flee to a neighboring region.
Oh my God,
Lose any stationary resources. You have to check one of your skills, and a mortal flees with you. What new name do you adopt amongst strangers?
Oh my God, I have to change my name.
You are going to have to get a new name. Your windmill is instantly lost because you, the mushroom expert who kept taking people on mushroom hunting trips.
I thought that was foolproof.
They instantly work out that it was you.
Okay, it turns out that living in the country doesn't work. I'm going to flee to the city of London and reinvent myself as a nobleman landowner.
Okay, and you...
Because of my land.
Jambon's the only...
I've still got
friend.
Jambon with me, but I'm gonna reinvent myself as Lord Christendom.
Lord Christendom.
Christendom of Cornwall.
Christendom of
Cornwall. There you go.
Okay, right.
Very English name. I wanted to pick a very English, just to convince everyone that I was English.
I love that.
And I attend all the high
Lord
society
Nard.
parties.
Nice.
I dress in all the local fashions.
Okay, well,
And I rent a flat or just maybe a big London house.
Okay, you have to check one of your skills, which kind of means that it can't be used again. Sometimes it will ask you to check a skill, or you might be able to uncheck skills, but one of these needs to go in this case. I feel like maybe we lose this. Because
Sure.
you were known as the mushroom guy.
I have to forget that. That was part of my old thing.
And now it's not that you've forgotten it. So it can come back. But you're not going to be using this for a while.
No. Okay.
Okay, great. So you change name and move to London.
I do.
Pretending to be a lord.
Yeah, so far away from who I was before. You know, a savage living in the woods.
And now.
I've smartened up. I saw some of those dandies coming down the road,
And
and I was like, I could do that.
you
I
kill,
look young,
kill
22.
one and take their garb.
Yeah, one of them had some gold on them. You know, I've been eating them for a few years, so built up a little nest egg,
Nice.
and I, get a property in London.
And now just pretending to
I'm
be...
just trying to infiltrate into high society. Going to all the dinners and all that, all the dues.
roll me some new dice, and let's see where this kind of takes you.
Okay, where are we going now? I rolled a -2.
A -2. Okay, we're going back.
Shit. Okay.
You reinvent your existence around the seclusion of your hiding place. You begin to work in an artful way, changing your living environment. How do you come to appreciate beauty or craft in a new way? Create a new skill based on a memory. Okay, so sometimes if something just doesn't really make sense with like the timeline that you're working with, let's just move on to the next one.
Okay.
And so
Let's just go again.
just roll again.
Okay.
I think that
We've done that bit. 1.
1. Okay, we're moving to 5. You murder someone you love or respect, rather than let them expose you.
Right.
Kill a character, check a skill. If you have no living characters, kill no one, and create a beloved mortal character who you have betrayed. Somehow, your dog is about to expose you. You have to kill your dog, because you have no other characters.
Okay. Right. Well, this is bad news. So, what happens? Well, I happen to live near a butcher shop,
Right.
and I've been in the habit of taking the local homeless there into the
Okay.
back and chopping them up and eating them, and then getting rid of the extra bits in the way that the butchers get rid of all the
Okay, bear in mind, like, London is still
basic.
like a collection of
It's shit. It's a shit place.
huts. You're not quite Sweeney Todd yet, with your mechanical barber's chairs.
Sure,
and,
it's not really a butcher shop. I suppose it's a butchery, a local butchery. Butcher.
Yeah, I meant, yeah.
And Jambon has, unfortunately, basically they were going to expose me, right? But I blamed it on the dog, right? Like they found a body, and it's been like
with bite marks.
bite marks, and they think it's me, and I'm like, oh, my dog.
The dog is savage.
He's out of control.
Oh my god, I love it. That's so good.
I didn't realize he would do this.
Okay,
because they don't think it's because they're like
blame Jambon, for a mauled
victim
body. They kill him. Wow. And you have to check a skill.
Bloodthirsty.
Ashamed could work. Also lucky. I think any of those could be good.
Yeah. It's a pretty bloodthirsty thing to do, isn't it?
Bloodthirsty. Perfect. Bloodthirsty.
Is that gone now?
Yeah.
Oh, you're all. 4.
Okay, so we're up to 9.
Do we progress through time?
Sometimes it'll tell you to progress through time. Other times you have to just make that call yourself.
Okay.
You develop a system for feeding. What is it? What happens to those who die? Create a skill that reflects this.
Wow. Back in 1069 or whenever we are. 1072.
But you could say
1088.
How long have you been?
I see. Yeah. I develop a system for feeding, right. So what it's going to be is...
How are you luring people? How are you hiding the bodies? What's your system there?
Okay, here's my thing. Okay. I reinvent myself as a doctor. And what we do is
Lord Christendom of Cornwall.
Yes, Lord Christendom of Cornwall, doctor to the rich and famous, and others. Just a doctor of
cool
doctor. Okay. And of course, there's a couple of things that used to happen in these times. Mm-hmm. Bloodletting, obviously, but also leeches. So what I do is, using my knowledge of water, and I get leeches onto people, and they suck their blood. It's good for them. And then after they're done, I drink the leeches.
You eat the leeches.
Squeeze the leeches out. I keep them in.
Okay, so you're not killing people. You're using leeches.
It's a system for feeding that will last for a long time. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like this could go into this category because it's like you sort of reinventing yourself. Pretend to be a doctor using leeches.
Leech is just like a fleshy straw.
Source of...
Like a vampire Capri-Sun. That's right, Chad.
That is a disgusting way to put it.
Yeah, and so obviously they look pale and pretty. The girls, that's right. Sweetie Shadow. I think this is... I think this is a pretty good system.
Yeah.
I've just come up with on a dime. One day I woke up, I had an idea.
Okay.
And I put it into action.
Great.
And it was less dangerous than it was before.
So how long have you been doing this for? Like, roughly, do you think?
I reckon I could get away with this for a good 50 years.
Well, no, but like right now, we'll just say you've been doing it for a few years.
100 years.
100 years already. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Roll me some more dice.
2.
Getting to 11. How do you find solace within raging hunger within you? You may lose one checked or unchecked skill. How do you find solace from the raging hunger within you?
Well,
like one of the skills could be
lose a skill, right? Something that I don't want.
You don't have to.
I don't want to. Maybe I gamble. I gamble every night, late into the night.
That's how you get your thrill.
I play the dice in the local. I play the knuckle bones with the dockers and the small folk. Into the wee hours, and I gamble. I try and live. I try and live dangerously, and I'm looking for danger. Looking to lose it all.
Only thing that gives me solace.
Yeah, it's like an adrenaline junkie.
Okay. Do you want to check any of your skills? Or lose any of your skills? You don't have to at all.
What's check mean?
Check just means that you've used that up, but it might come back. Like there are
Let's
times
let's get rid of lucky then.
Okay,
Because I didn't lose it all.
Well, you lose a checked or unchecked skill.
Oh.
Oh, fuck it. We'll just check
We'll get rid of it.
No, I don't, like, you know,
Might need it.
I don't care.
I still haven't made the leech skill. Oh, that's true.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the snails and soup and buttery one.
You had to create a skill. Surely just like doctor.
Yeah. Well, shit doctor, though. Medieval idiot doctor.
Leech doctor.
Bad doctor.
Okay. Roll me a.
Oh, another one. Okay, one we are. This is a -1.
-1. Okay. You are recognized for what you are by another creature like yourself. Create an immortal character, lose a resource, and gain a skill. What did you lose to them?
Okay, so
So we need a new immortal character.
I was using leeches on someone, and they had no, and they it didn't work. The leeches died.
They starved to death because they had no blood.
Maybe they turned into like vampire leech. I don't know how it would work if a leech sucked a vampire's blood. How does that
Do you
work?
want a leech? Do you want that to be your immortal character? You let a leech try and drink your blood.
I tried to, and then I accidentally created an immortal leech.
Okay, what's the name of the immortal leech?
Stephen. With 2 E's and a PH. Stephen. Yeah. God, that's quite a dark looking name. There's a lot of
extra E's.
Stephen. Vampire leech. So yeah, this is obviously wasn't intended. Maybe I didn't notice, or it snuck. I wasn't being careful, and it fed me until it got it's like the size of a small dog.
Wow.
And then I realized it was happening, and I tried to chase it out, but it escaped into the sewers, where it feeds on rats and stuff. I assume. Fuck knows what's happening with it. God knows where it's gone.
Okay. You have to lose a resource, but you gain a skill.
It took my pipe.
It ate.
It ate my pipe. Yeah. God. Oh no, maybe it fucked up got all blood all over my father's journal.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe that makes more sense. 'Cause
Okay.
there was blood everywhere after I chased it around.
Yeah.
And it was unreadable.
Okay, maybe that can go into here.
Ruined. Blood-soaked journal.
Yeah, vampire leech destroys father's journal
Okay.
with blood.
This is bad stuff.
Okay, great. Perfect. Roll me
Onwards.
again.
That is a 2.
A 2. Okay, we're going to 10. The stars pinwheel above you in the night. The seasons are a blur. You are almost as an automaton, unconscious of the passage of decades. A century passes. Strike out a memory and strike out all mortal characters. Okay, so one of these memories, which are made up of these experiences, is removed. So you just forget one of these. So what do you want to have forgotten?
Let's forget Agnes.
Agnes. You just forgot all about Agnes brutally killing her.
Yeah. Do you know what? It was so long ago. I've killed so many people.
That you just no longer remember your sweetheart Agnes.
No.
I'm just going to store these on a separate page so we
Forgotten.
can remember all the things that you've forgotten at the very end.
Okay.
And just how far your character's gone. So what now? What sort of time?
Let's move it forwards to like King Henry VIII time. You know, the Tudors. Since
So
that's the nearest. I mean, we can ignore the Black Death and all that and the Great Fire of London.
Okay, so what? Tudor times.
Tudor times.
Okay.
Yeah, with knights and garlands and tawnies.
Tudor time. So you're still like a practicing doctor that is in London that
I'm a medicine man.
people do it. So you just like sleep through the Great Fire of London.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Just say
It's fine.
I was on holiday at the time.
You're on the holiday. Nice. Great. Roll me again.
Large boxes of leeches with me. I know it's supposed to be only a decade, but we started very early.
Well, it says the passage of decades passes, a century passes. But if we want to have more time,
it's a 1.
It's a 1. Okay. You discover an internal focus, which lets you maintain control of your vampire self, lose a violent memory, and take the skill, I control the beast, and rewrite any unchecked skill as something new. What new name do you take to distance yourself from what you once were? How is this name symbolic? So now you can control... I guess we can tie this into the time passing, and you
yeah. So okay. So I think things need...
So we have to lose a violent memory, which could be you just forget about Guillaume discovering you, or just forget from being dead.
Yeah, let's forget about that. That was a violent memory. So I think probably I need to take the skill I control the beast and rewrite any unchecked skill as something new. All right, so I have to make 3 new skills to replace these 3, do I?
No, it's rewrite any unchecked skill as something new.
Oh,
yeah, so
one.
we can.
Or any of them.
So ashamed can now be.
Yeah, let's change that to chivalric. So I've been alive for a long time. I've seen the high society, the houses, the ebb and flow of the Lords of England, and I've amassed a sizable fortune.
Well, you probably are effectively a lord now.
I think so. I actually am.
I'll be a past that you've actually owned land, and
I'll be a landed gentleman, but a reclusive one, with a series of houses and estates, and perhaps all on the coast. Unless we want to get rid of the boat thing.
So we need to rewrite these as you've reinvented.
Let's get rid of the boat then. And I will have estate manager.
Nice.
I run an estate.
And
Leech doctor's got to go.
Do you just want that to be just regular doctor?
It's got to be. I think it needs to be like
physician,
or more of a kind of more of a physician. To the king's physician.
Ooh.
Yeah, like an appointed...
We'll have
royal physician. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. What is your new name that you go by? How is that symbolic?
It's got to be it's got to be a renamed, an anglified version of the Rochard. So it's got to be like...
Richard.
Yeah, it's got to be the house... Lord Christopher of the House of Richard.
Lord Christopher Richard.
Lord Christopher Richards. Yeah, this looks good. I like this. And I've got my own coat of arms.
What
like 2 leeches crossed.
2 crossed leeches. Okay. And okay. I am now Lord Richards.
We have a country estate
position to the
on the outskirts of London.
Family. How about something like that?
Yeah.